Every step you take in life echoes a silent agreement you've made with yourself. The world doesn't just happen to you. It responds to the boundaries you set, or fail to set. What if the disrespect you feel isn't just cruelty from others, but a mirror of the value you've assigned to your own voice? Carl Jung taught us that our outer reality is a projection of our inner world, a truth that stings but liberates. You've felt it. That moment when someone cuts you off mid-sentence, their eyes glazing over as if your words dissolve into thin air. It's not just rudeness, it's a signal you've been sending, perhaps unknowingly, that your presence is negotiable. Deep down, you know you're more than the sum of others' indifference. Yet every time you swallow your hurt to keep the peace, you teach the world to treat you as less than you are. Jung believed the unconscious shapes our fate until we dare to face it. The people who dismiss you aren't the root of the problem. They're the symptom of a deeper wound you've yet to heal. You've spent years perfecting the art of being agreeable, of shrinking to fit into spaces that never truly welcomed you. But in doing so, you've traded your authenticity for a fleeting sense of belonging. The hardest truth is this: you don't attract what you desire, but what you believe you're worth. And that belief, buried in the shadows of your psyche, dictates every interaction you tolerate. As a child, you might have learned that love means silence, that acceptance comes from yielding. Those lessons etched into your soul now script the way you let others walk over your boundaries. Jung's concept of the shadow holds the key. It's the parts of you you've hidden, the strength you've buried, the voice you've muted. Until you embrace these, you'll keep living as a ghost in your own story. You've tried to earn respect by being indispensable, by saying yes when every fiber of you screamed no. But the more you give without limits, the more others take without gratitude. The cycle feels endless because it's rooted in a lie you've internalized, that your worth depends on others' approval. Breaking free means dismantling this belief, brick by painful brick. Imagine a moment when you chose silence over speaking your truth. That choice, repeated over years, has built a cage you now call your life. Jung said, "What you resist persists." Every time you avoid confronting your own value, you invite the world to confirm your fears of being unworthy. The path to respect begins with a terrifying act, looking inward and asking why you've agreed to be invisible. It's not about blaming yourself, but about claiming the power you've given away. You're not a victim of others' cruelty, but a participant in a dance you've choreographed. The good news? You can change the steps, starting with the smallest act of defiance. Saying no is more than a word. It's a declaration of your existence. It's the moment you tell the world and yourself that your needs are non-negotiable. Guilt will try to pull you back, whispering that setting boundaries makes you selfish. But true selfishness is betraying yourself to please those who never see you. Jung's process of individuation is about becoming whole, not perfect. It's about rescuing the parts of you you've exiled. The anger, the boldness, the unapologetic you. You've been taught that anger is ugly, that firmness is cold. Yet these are the tools of self-respect, waiting in the shadows for you to claim them. Every time you let someone cross your boundaries, you reinforce a story that you're not enough. Each silence is a brick in a wall that hides your true self from the world. But what if you stopped running from your shadow? What if you turned to face the parts of you you've been told to hate and found they were your greatest allies? You don't need to become someone else to be respected. You need to become yourself, fully, unapologetically, without the mask you've worn to survive. The people who exploit your kindness aren't your enemies. They're your teachers. They show you where you failed to honor your own worth. Jung warned that the unconscious rules us until we bring it to light. Every relationship that drains you is a call to wake up and rewrite your inner narrative. You've spent so long proving your worth to others that you've forgotten how to prove it to yourself. Respect isn't something you earn from the world, it's something you build within. The moment you start valuing your time, your energy, your voice, the world begins to shift. People notice when you stop offering yourself up as a sacrifice. Saying no to a favor you resent is a yes to your dignity. It's a small rebellion that ripples outward, reshaping how others see you. You've been conditioned to believe that love requires erasing yourself. But real love, especially self-love, demands that you show up as you are, flaws and all. The fear of being alone keeps you tethered to relationships that diminish you. Yet only in embracing solitude can you discover the strength to choose who deserves your presence. Jung's wisdom reminds us that integration is the path to freedom. By reclaiming your shadow, you reclaim the authority to define your own worth. You don't need to shout to be heard or fight to be seen. Quietly standing in your truth is enough to command the respect you've always deserved. Think of a time when you felt used, ignored, or dismissed. What stopped you from speaking up? Was it fear, guilt, or the hope that things would change on their own? The world isn't cruel by design. It's a canvas painted by your unconscious choices. Change the brushstrokes, and the picture transforms. You've been waiting for others to validate your existence, but the only validation that matters is the one you give yourself. Everything else is just noise. Practical steps can anchor this transformation. Start by pausing before you agree to anything. Ask yourself, does this honor me or does it diminish me? When someone disrespects you, don't rush to forgive or explode. State your boundary calmly and watch how the dynamic shifts when you refuse to play the victim. Your schedule is a map of your priorities. Where do you place yourself? Carve out time for what feeds your soul and treat it as sacred. Surround yourself with people who see your light, not those who thrive on your dimness. The company you keep reflects the value you assign to yourself. Every act of self-respect is a brick in a new foundation. With each choice to honor yourself, the old patterns crumble, and a stronger you emerges. The fear of losing others' approval is a chain you've forged yourself. Break it, and you'll find that the only approval you need is your own. Jung's insight is a call to action. Your life is a story you're writing. Will you keep casting yourself as the side character, or will you claim the lead role? You don't need to be flawless to be respected, but you do need to be real. Authenticity is the currency of dignity in a world that thrives on pretense. The disrespect you've endured isn't your fault, but it's your responsibility to end it. No one else can rewrite the script of your life. Each time you choose yourself, you send a message to the universe. I am here, and I matter. The universe, in turn, begins to agree. What would your life look like if you believed, truly believed, that you are enough? How would you act, speak, and carry yourself if you knew your worth was non-negotiable?